everyone. Good morning. Welcome into North Dakota today. There is a new exciting project underway on the western side of the state. Construction already beginning for the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library. This morning we have the library's Director of Programming and Partnerships, Robbie, here to share more about the project. Good morning.
Good morning. It's happening. It's under construction.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. We're excited. We're about a week and a half into construction, leading towards that July 4th, 2026 opening date. So we're thrilled.
Well, a big undertaking with a big name on top of it. Let's talk about Theodore Roosevelt himself and the incredible ties he has to the great state of North Dakota.
Yeah, TR, I mean, when we think about who you could have connected to North Dakota as a president, I mean, who would you want better than Theodore Roosevelt, the most American person probably in history, the greatest president of our generation, many think. But TR, you know, is a historic character in American history.
Right.
But for North Dakota specifically, he spent about 2 years of his time here. He had made over 20 trips to North Dakota. I don't know about you, but I don't go anywhere 20 times that I don't love and think is super impactful in my life. So, you know, it's pretty special that we get to build a presidential library and museum to honor the legacy and life of one of our greatest presidents, Theodore Roosevelt, right here in Medora.
And he was never quiet about his love and appreciation of the state and of the park and of the land in general either, huh?
Yeah, so, you know, he said many times that, you know, he wouldn't have been president if it weren't for his time in North Dakota. And I mean, that's a pretty touching tribute. And I think there's been, you know, we just had the I believe it's National Parks Month come up. They just celebrated that. We have the only park named after a person right there in Medora, the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, the 90,000 acre site, celebrating his legacy and what he did to conserve more federal lands than anybody at his time and protect the nation's greatest and best idea, the national park system. So pretty incredible that we get to do that right here in North Dakota.
Yeah, so let's talk about Medora and the location of this vast undertaking of a library.
Yeah, so we've selected Medora as the site for this presidential library, and we like to think that if TR was alive today, he would want it in Medora. And the Roosevelt family obviously has generations of people that's still living today, and they've been integral into building this project here in Medora. And we have the site. Now when you come to Medora, you can go to the Medora Musical, the Pitchfork Steak Fondue, the Cowboy Hall of Fame. I don't know if you saw Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis were there.
Yes, we just talked about that.
I mean, that's pretty, I mean, people are already coming because they know it's coming. But there's also those great sites like the Medora Musical and Theodore Roosevelt National Park that are drawing people there today. We like to think that there's going to be even more reasons to come when our 90,000 square foot museum opens up to the public just in under 3 years.
So what's the big goal under 3 years? What are you hoping that the community gets out of this library?
I mean, there's many things we hope. First is, you know, quality of life improvement, more things to do for people, more celebrations to have in beautiful Medora, North Dakota. But additionally, we think this is going to be a spot for important conversations on issues of civics, conservation, engagement as an American. You can imagine that this will be a convening place for some of the most important conversations we have on the dialogue of the topics that are relevant each and every day in this country. And it's going to be happening here in North Dakota. It will be a center point for a lot of those important dialogue. We think TR is kind of a Rorschach test. What you see in him says more about you than it says about him. People on the left of politics, Elizabeth Warren, and people on the right, Josh Hawley, both say Theodore Roosevelt is their favorite president. That's pretty unique to have somebody who can unite us and tell us more that we have in common than what divides us. So it's a pretty special place.
Yeah, so eloquently said. So when will the official groundbreaking ceremony be? And folks are invited to stop out.
Yeah, so groundbreaking will be this fall. We're excited to be welcoming people in North Dakota. When you go to the musical site, you're going to be able to look past onto the campus of the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library and see that dirt is moving. Progress is being made. This has been a project that's been underway for quite a long time and been made possible by the donations of many North Dakotans and people across this country. You can donate to the project at trlibrary.com. Follow the project on social media, learn about all the things we're doing, but movement is happening and groundbreaking is coming very soon.
Yeah, we're scrolling through some of those photos right there on your screen. Look,
isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell it's pretty, a lot of rain in Western North Dakota. It's pretty green. But, yeah, I mean, that vantage point, we're going to look from the library to see the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. The only, like I said, the only park named after a person. Hard to think of a more touching tribute to such an important legacy of a president who conserved so much of our land for the people of this country, for us to enjoy, and now develop into an important cultural institution for topics to come.
Okay, and one more time, where can folks go for more information?
trlibrary.com. You can follow us on social media. We're on every page or every type of media, and follow along as we have a little under 3 years until opening, coming in July 4th, 2026.
Wow, such a knowledgeable person, a great man for the job, Robbie. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me. See you in Medora.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great summer out there in Medora, everybody. All right, stick around. Coming up on today's show, we are sitting down with Dakota Magic Casino.